It is 3 o'clock on the rocket clock, everyone, and people are starting to roll on in. Welcome, absolutely everyone who is here to the third annual Grilled Cheese Invitational. And I mean Grilled Cheese Invitational for two reasons. One, the people who are invited to grill the cheese. Two, the people who are judging the grilled cheese. And three, this is more exclusive than having it at the Prahran Market, because welcome to it being virtual and live. Now, I must let you know that it is live. And so if you find yourself getting a bit anxious about the amount of oozing cheese going on around the place, then you're more than welcome to jump off, and it will be recorded and downloaded. And then you can watch it again tomorrow and again the next day until you've had your oozy, cheesy satisfaction. And then you can also replicate those recipes, and you can just send a message through and be sure to upload those photos onto things like the socials pages, Prahran Market, at Prahran Market. And of course, don't forget to hashtag #SayCheese2020. So there's a couple of things there that you need to write down at Prahran Market if you're going to do a post, and then hashtag #SayCheese2020. Now, I know that this, considering it's the third year, doesn't need much of an introduction, but I will also let you know that we are live and it is being recorded, and it will be uploaded in the coming day or so. And also I want to let you know that all the food from this grilled cheese competition was bought from the Prahran Market, and also from Food Lovers Direct, which is their online platform. So if you find yourself close to Prahran Market but not close enough to fully get there, or like me, you're just feeling a little lazy, jump online, put your orders through, and they can get it that way as well. Because I know, like everyone, well, I hope everyone else has put a little bit more around the waistline than you'd like, and I'm okay with it at the moment. There's one time to have an excuse. Now, I'm your host, Simon Tui. Those who don't know who I am, that's totally fine and makes complete sense. But I will let you know that there are 6 people that are here who you will know. And if you don't, you're going to want to know. First of all, the judges, the epic judges. Gary Megan, good to see you again, judge number 1. Are you well?
I am very well. And I'm glad you talked about COVID calories. I'm proud of them, and I'm keeping them.
Yes, own it. That's the only way. Oh my gosh. And then second of all, of course, Darren Purchase, good to see you again. You're looking well.
Thanks, mate. I've put a filter on, a slimming filter, because yeah, like Gaz, like everyone, I've been packing on the pounds, unfortunately, during this lockdown. So, and today was no help. Thanks a lot.
Oh gosh, that's brilliant. I mean, I think that one of the great things is the new mask, a pair of big glasses, and a beanie, and no one will ever know a thing, right?
Yeah.
Down below. And then, of course, Anthony, good to see you as well. How have you been? How's the market going? How's the cheese store going? Tell us all.
Yeah, the cheese world's going well. There's been a good increase of sales of local cheeses as imports have dried up, which is fantastic for our local farmers. And the market today was pretty good. I didn't want to leave, but this is very, very important. So,
gosh,
thanks for having me.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I just must admit here that there is one common denominator out of the 3 of you, and that's a large number of plants in the background. Now, Gary, yours are outside, but between Anthony and Darren, there are indoor plants that must be keeping you sane, that daily watering system, you know?
Yeah. I've got a spreadsheet.
Good man. You can tell you're a chef when you have a spreadsheet, right? Okay, now enough about the judges, because we know they're going to be the ones who are going to tally up the scores and make someone look either very good or very bad. But we need to discuss more about those who are making the grilled cheese. And this is an amazing one. We have an old school MasterChef classic. Phil, good to see you. I don't know if you want me to say that anymore because it's been so long, but welcome.
Oh, mate, it's been, geez, like 10 years or more, I think now. That's the first time I cooked in front of Gary in a while as well. So, man.
And I love the new space you've got. Look at that. It's looking smart.
Oh, thanks, man. You know, nice set up upstairs at the bar. Not like we can use it at the moment, but, you know, we're doing our best. Apologies about the beret as well. The price I'm paying for barbershops not being open for the past couple of months.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm very much with you. Brother. I love the indoor plants. Well done. Now, next one. Next one, Rap and shit. Good to see you, mate. Amazing. The world famous Mean Cuisine sessions. Hey, how's that going?
The Mean Cuisine has been dope. We just dropped 7 series from my stove in there, and then once we finished the series, the stove broke. So that's why I'm outside on this little grill that I ripped out of one of the grill came from one of the shops, and I plugged it in and it works. So let's get at it. So yeah. Perfect.
That's at home cooking, mate. That's how it works. I mean, I know my oven's blown up a couple of times in the past.
That's how we do it. You use what you got, you know.
Yeah, it looks like a mean setup, though, I must admit.
Well, all my kids can now cook hamburgers to a shop level, so this is where they do their training.
Mate, a little at home cooking space, mate. You can start selling them at the door. The old what's it called? Bootlegging, you know, just selling burgers through the door, through the mailbox, and just pass the money in.
Get at it any way you can.
Amazing. And of course, there is one other person who doesn't really need much of an introduction, Jerry. How are you? It's so good to see you again. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Hi, guys. My ISO hair and my ISO crazy. I should have done what Phil did and just put a hat on. This is just silly. Like, man, I can actually do this now. So I've always wanted to do that. Flick hair.
There you go. Maybe it's a new you. Maybe next time we see you next year when you're about, you might have it, you know, shoulder length and really go all out.
Then no one would recognise me. They already don't recognise me as it is. Not I am anymore.
Oh my God, brilliant! It's good to see you, and thank you so much for taking part. Thanks everyone for taking part on this, judges and contestants alike. Now I will let you know that the scoring, it comes in 3 sections, and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown here because it just makes it easier at the end if we don't have to go on about it then. It's 3 sections. Each section is 10 points. And so it's obviously 30 points. And it's name, sensory, and creativity. So sensory being obviously everything. It's a really good way to bracket everything together, by the way, whoever did the scoring system. That is a fantastic one there. Creativity obviously is a big one here because you're all professionals and we know that a grilled cheese sandwich can only get elevated by a crazy amount by a proper well-versed chef. And of course the name, which is always very exciting because puns do come into play quite well and that can always work. Now we're going to kick it off by who's ready? I think we're starting. Let's see, who are we starting with? We are starting with Phil. Is your grill ready, Phil?
Yeah, ready to rock and roll, man, whenever you are.
All right, let's get the hands warm. Let's get ready to go. The judges are obviously salivating to see how things go.
All right.
Time. Yes, get the stretches on. Your time, everyone, starts now. Good luck. Sorry, I do that.
Friend. So I'm going to be doing my moussaka toastie. Now, it's one of those things that like I did have on the menu up here as a nice little bar snack upstairs at Bahari, and it was just, you know, the epitome of a Gringlish dish, which is what we call is our fusion on sort of Greek flavors. So it's moussaka in a sanger. So I've got some beautiful, it's like a Greek style pita roll that I get from Mr. Pita, who make my pita bread for the restaurant. And it's just really nice because it's going to hold in a lot of that bechamel so it doesn't ooze all over your face after it's toasted. So I'm going to just slice that down the center like so. Over here, I just started a bechamel a little bit earlier because I didn't want to bore you with that process. I'm sure you're all pretty knowledgeable on how to make a bechamel, but I'm just going to finish that off at the moment with some little fresh ground nutmeg, which is beautiful. And I've got some Parmesan because I think like with the moussaka toastie, like I'm using a lot of Greek cheeses, like I've got the halloumi in there, but you know, the the bocconcini, a lot of creaminess, but it doesn't have a lot of sharpness. So I thought I'd add that into the bechamel to give it a bit of elevation, bit of sharpness in that flavor. So we're gonna throw a bit of that in there.
What's the name of your grilled cheese?
My cheese.
What's the name of it? What's your name?
Of this cheese I'm putting in now?
No, of the actual sandwich. What's the name of your sandwich?
Sorry, man, I can't use to got deaf chef ears. It's a moussaka toastie. So just nice and simple.
Okay, so no crazy name.
Moussaka toastie.
Okay.
So that's pretty crazy, Simon.
Over here,
Yeah.
I've got these really nice thin slices of eggplant that I've just lightly oiled and grilled, and just to give it that like smokiness as well and bring it back to the true flavors of a moussaka. So I'm going to lay a few of those down on my sandwich. Excuse the fingers, they are clean. And for that, I've got some beautiful minced beef mince. Now you can use lamb, whatever, but I've got a beef mince which is 20% fat, let's say, from Gary's actually, and I've just cooked that down with some shallots, celery, carrots, onions, some passata, some fresh herbs, and just really got that down to a nice meaty flavor consistency. So I've just cooked that down for about a good 45 minutes to an hour. I'm going to add a bit of that.
Thank goodness for prep work.
I did a lot of prep work, man. I couldn't be sitting here doing everything at once. I thought I'd make it easy on myself. I'm not spring chicken anymore. Yeah, I'm pushing 40 soon. You know, not 26 anymore like I was busting my butt in that MasterChef kitchen all those years ago.
Gosh.
Still got the guns though, brother.
Grated halloumi. Been a long time, my friend. So just a little bit of grated halloumi on that, which is going to give it a nice bit of saltiness.
Gary, is he working cleaner as well, mate, since what you remember?
I think he was always pretty clean, Phil, you know?
Thanks, mate.
I do like the fact that you say, can I still include MasterChef? Because 10 years is a long time, and you've been in business for a long time and doing really well. So hands up to you. Really well done.
I appreciate it. I was pretty nervous about cooking for you today. I was like, it's been so long, man. It's bringing back some memories. My hands are shaking.
No.
Just bringing back memories of that farm foraging challenge that we had.
Oh wow!
Always the most unlikely challenges, huh?
Yeah.
Those.
So I've just added some bocconini to that, and I just wanted to give it a bit of stringy creaminess as well, because the halloumi, I mean, it's got a nice squeakiness and saltiness to it, but it doesn't have that stretchy cheesiness. And I think being a cheese toastie, you need that. It needs to, you know, when you cut it in half and pull it apart, you got to have that cheesiness, stringiness. So I'm going to put that in my toast sandwich maker. Give that a little bit of olive oil on top, because we all know that it ain't Greek without olive oil, right? So a little bit on top and underneath. Just a little bit.
This is a fascinating. So no butter, no mayonnaise is the classic style.
No, we don't use butter and mayonnaise, man. We're Greek. We use olive oil. Only butter goes in the bechamel.
No wonder white bread.
Words you were saying about me working clean, Gaz. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
At down here after a toasted sandwich.
You know, on Zoom, you can get away with anything. It just looks like the marble.
It's got a really expensive workplace, mate.
Yeah, you have, doesn't it?
Well, look, since we're upstairs in the bar, and while the toastie's going, because it's a nice cold rainy day out there, I thought I might make a little cocktail to get everyone going. How's that sound?
Oh, yeah. I think so. You get an extra minute for that.
Yeah. What do you reckon? This is one of my favorites. This is called the Trojan Sour. I'm gonna run. Well, we're gonna do something while it's toasting, right? So.
Agreed. Don't. I'm not arguing here, but can you deliver that as well?
The juice of 1 lemon. And it is available when they bloody let us open up again, especially upstairs in the bar. So to that, I'm going to add an egg white.
Yeah, focus on the important stuff.
Focus. I'm going to add about 60 mils of Skinos mastica. So mastica is it's a liqueur made from a pine sap that comes from Felix in Greece, and it's quite anisey, piney. It's got a beautiful flavor to it. So I'm going to add about 60 mils of that.
That's a chef 60 mils.
That is a chef 60 mils for sure, mate.
A little bit of colour. We've got.
When you measure it, it's 3 cups.
3 cups, 3 cups of that. Carefully measured.
When it's your own cocktail, you can have it as large or as small as you want.
Oh. All right,
love a good free pour.
In front of you guys while that's toasting. Is that toasting all right? Oh yeah, we're getting there.
Looking good. There's some oozing going on. I think I can see. So you've dry shaked it now, which is basically when you emulsify the egg white, and then what you're going to do is you're going to punch it full of ice to cool it down and help that emulsification. And this will give a big froth, right?
That's it. Well, the dry shake lets the acid and the sugar and the egg white activate, and then the ice just chills it nice and down for me. And I think that's gonna look right, guys. Nice head on that. Nice colour from the creme de violet.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Exactly right. Push it through the hand.
Toasties for you. So, I think we're almost there.
Gary, I'd like to see you drive back after having one of those cocktails.
Yeah.
So,
Looking.
yeah, so we're on the way. How you guys been anyway? Everyone's been happy?
Mate, tell us about the ingredients. Is there any specific place in the Prahran Market you sort of jumped upon, or is there anything?
Well, you know, from the deli, I thought I'd get as much cheese as I could. So I wanted halloumi being Greek. I wanted a nice stringy bocconcini, so I got them from the Prahran deli. I know that Gary has the best meat in the market, so I definitely wanted to showcase that. And you know, just tasting it on its own, I just grilled some downstairs before, just with a bit of salt, and the taste is like unbelievable. Like his meats are next level, and I think like, you know, you couldn't go wrong with his products, eh?
Beautiful, love it.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
Amazing. So we're ready to rock and roll on this sandwich, though.
We have 1 minute left as well, mate. So let us know.
That is bloody good timing. Now I'm going to show you what I mean about the bocconcini.
Here's the money shot.
There we go. We're all good. We're all stringy, nice and gooey.
Yes, mate.
Making a mess.
Awesome.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Well done, mate. Thank you so much. That, everyone, that was the first of 3. Beautiful Phil from Baja Bar, and he is amazing, and his beautiful moussaka grilled toastie. Inspirational, mate. Thank you so much. And a cocktail to boot. And I'm pretty sure there's enough left over there to have a second as well. So, you know, pass it on to the camera person, because that person deserves a drink after having to watch you cook that cheese toastie for the last 8 minutes.
Thank you, mate. Thanks, Stewie.
Well done, Phil.
Oh my God,
well done, mate.
Well done.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Darren.
Well done.
All right, now next up, where are we? In his backyard, in his little corner kitchen, his new makeshift kitchen, with a great little setup. I am very, very impressed by this, and it looks like he's getting started. So why don't you just start? And this is everybody. This is Raph, and also he's got his amazing mean cuisine online. So those who want to check him out, jump on his YouTube. He's got a heap of stuff going on that'll then lead to his amazing restaurants as well. So, mate, take it away.
What's up? Thank you so much. My name's Raph Rashid, and today I'm making the Choppy 2 cheese. If you didn't hear that, that is the Choppy 2 cheese. So, here we go. Now, this is like, I like to do everything. If I can do it all on one grill, that's how I like to cook. Let everything get up in the mix. I got these peppers going on right now. Just gonna, like, I'm not even joking. This thing is chopped.
Kind of.
I get a rocket. This is like corner store style, you know, like you got in there, dude's like ripping it, got a little bit of alcohol.
When your kitchen went under with the stove and such, did your utensils get burnt with the situ?
Dude, I can't even hear you. What you say?
Did you lose the utensils as well when the kitchen went under?
Oh yeah, like this is all we got today. This is all we need. Right, so I got some shrooms. Hey, by the way, if I'm yelling, that's my style. I'm sorry. All right.
Yell away, I'm yelling too, mate. Don't worry.
I got a few of these shiitakes. I got these off Damien Pike. Man, that guy's got some good shrooms over there.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
Truffles
I got
too.
Browns and some shiitakes.
I've got a quick question here, by the way, while you're there, Raph.
Yeah.
Did your grilled cheese, the reference to the name, did it have anything to do with the Bare Naked Ladies song 1 week? Is that, the chicken to China, the Chinese chicken? You know that one?
It doesn't. No. But we can work that in. We can work that in.
You just made me sing on the Zooms. So there we go, everyone. I'll be playing my live concerts every week.
So,
Tell us more.
All right, so this is all just chopping together. Like, we don't want to be cooking it like crazy. We just we still want some crunch. You know like vegetarian pizzas from the 90s, like the capsicum's not cooked and
yeah,
it's not cooked. Man, that is a good vibe, and that's the vibe we're going for. All right.
I've still got a place around the corner that does the same kind of pizzas, right?
So good, so good. All right, so we got this going on. I made a little seasoning, paprika, onion powder, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt. So we hit it up. Don't be scared now. Don't be scared.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah. You know what I actually forgot to put in?
What's that?
For you guys?
Oh, hello.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I'm interrupting you. I
Yeah,
forgot to
Phil.
Jump in, man.
put it in mine. I was looking at it and I'm like, for Christ's sake.
Anyway. Yeah, nice one. Well done.
Hey, you just got eliminated, right?
and Phil, the secret is never say anything, right?
Guys. It's going to count for something.
yeah. Mate, no one would ever know if you didn't say anything, mate.
On top of this capsicum and mushroom mix, we've got some white onion. Chuck it in there, like cheeseburger styles. That's going in. Let's start pushing.
I just do want to mention, Raph, that I really did love the fact you brought back the chicken Kiev. I just find that my old RSL days, when I used to be younger going to university, we'd go to the RSL because the schooners were still at 1980s prices. And a chicken Kiev with chips and extra gravy was just like my childhood, my youth. I wouldn't say childhood, that's a bit weird, but my youth. And so seeing you make that or talk about that was just fantastic, mate.
That's the greatest dish of all time, chicken Kiev. Like, and seriously. All right, so mayonnaise the bread. I got some real spongy sourdough here. So mayonnaise side down. Okay, let that do its thing.
Tell people what that does, mate. For those who might not know.
What? Sorry.
Can you tell people what that does for those who might not know?
Well, it makes it delicious.
Okay. All right.
Thanks, Raph.
Straight up.
Thanks,
Butter's going to probably burn. It'll burn too much. Mayonnaise. Yeah, man, it's so good, so good. All right.
Mayo gives you the perfect brown.
Yes, my G. See, let the real man come in here, toasted cheese come in. He schools me. I made this almond chili salsa. So this is like I cooked in oil almonds and 2 chilies, guajillo and ancho. What else is in there? A bit of garlic and some onions. Let it steep with some apple cider vinegar. So we're going to get a heat tablespoon. And we're going to put that all over the bottom. Yes. All right, let's get to our mix. All right, so we've got the mix going on here. You just need to bomb it with the cheese. I got the Floridia mozzarella. Man, so good. All right, so that's
nice.
Straight in. You need that to sort of come through the vegetable mix. Let it hit the grill. Let it get some little hard bits, whatever. Let it just melt. And 2 pieces of some Gouda. Boom.
Mate, flat tap that. I got a couple of questions, mate. Are you a store-bought mayo for your sandwich, or are you more of a, the real mayo make it yourself style situ?
I'm not trying to make this shit happen myself, man. Seriously, straight up, I can't make it better than this, all right?
I can.
All right.
I'll make you a 20-litre bucket in 5 minutes.
Thank you. Can you pasteurize that? That'd be dope. All right.
No problem.
All right, so here we go. This is because I'm this is the mad technique.
Oh shit.
All right, so we've lifted that whole vegetable situation off. Like if you were at the shop, you'd be like, just kick me those little bits that are crisped up a bit. Chuck those in.
This is very New York corner deli style, mate.
Bodega, baby. All right. That's that. Now we got one more top.
Raph, while I was cooking that at the shop today, we had 5 customers who wanted to order the same thing.
Oh, bro. See, man. I'm telling you, it's the choppy 2, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So, if you did have a sandwich press, which you know would probably be better, but this is what we got. Just give it a little squish. Oh, dude, the perfect brown, Anthony.
That's it.
The perfect brown, my man.
Show us it. Give it to us.
Oh. You know, it's all about these little bits that are hanging off the side. You know, all these little crunchy bits, these little nuggets of flavor. Just slip them back in there. Get back in there, yo.
Hey, questions, Raph. Is it going to be available at Beatbox by any chance?
Yes. Let's do that.
Sounds like it was a quick thought.
When the guys rock up on Monday, I'll just let them know it's on, and it's they'll really appreciate that. They'll appreciate that. All right, so
Amazing. There you go, everyone.
this is pretty close, I reckon.
Another question. Another question, and I'm not sure. This is just from the viewers, and I have a feeling the answer is going to be not straight, but we'll go with it. Is it the sugars or is it the fat from the mayonnaise that makes it go crispy?
Yeah, the fat.
Let's go both. Anthony, you got my back here, or are you leaving me hanging, bro?
No, it's the fat.
Okay, so I think the answer would be it's the fat in general, but if you're buying store-bought mayonnaise, you possibly would have a fair whack of sugar that might help it out.
Oh, see,
not at all.
See, that's why I go store-bought. I need all the help I could get out here.
Yeah.
Okay, Anthony says fat.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that? Shit, that's some this is close. This is close.
Brilliant. All right, we've got about a minute and a half, mate.
Dude, I'm gonna pull this in about 10 seconds, and I'm gonna cross section this jam for you.
Oh, mate.
Use your time, Raph. Use your time. Don't let Simon put you under pressure. You got a minute and a half. You cook that sucker for a minute.
All right. All right. I got this, actually. This is coming up because I'm hungry. All right.
You know what he's doing there? He's swapping it out and using another one.
Yes.
Look, let me tell you. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Squeeze it.
Here, now, here's what we need. See this part here? This is like the almond chili salsa, absolutely saturating the sourdough. The other top didn't get, so you've got a little bit of relief, but I'm telling you, this thing is a bomb. The choppy 2 cheese, baby, coming to you live and direct from Raph Rashid. This is the Home Snack Network, my man. This is how we get at it, all right? Let me give you some of this. Oh, my God.
Mate, look, I quit. That was freaking, I think there's a host right there along with cooking his own thing. He's
that was delicious. I'm telling you. Thank you so much.
Everyone, big quiet, shaking of hands.
It's making me nervous
well
now.
Well done, pal. That was fantastic. I mean, look, you are a salesman in the scheme of it all, and if anyone has ever seen his little videos, you can totally understand where he comes from. Loving that, bringing back the 80s style to the kitchen. And if you ever have a problem with not enough utensils in the kitchen, look back at Raph and you can totally understand all you need is a hot plate and a spatula, and you're set. Mate, thank you so much for that. You must be exhausted because I am. And now finally, we only have one more to go. And this is just exciting because I know what this is going to be. And I'll let you, Jerry, tell us more about it. But I'll let you kick it off whenever you're ready.
Sorry?
Say that again. I spoke over you.
Oh, I said I'm just getting nervous now with these 2 guys, like really heading off with solid, toasties.
But we do know, you see, the thing is we do know who you are and the food that you create. So don't ever underestimate the fact that we know that flavor is going to come straight from that toastie and it's going to be making everyone on this side of the screen salivate. So exactly, there's Gary Megan, exactly right. So be sure, everyone, comment on the side. If you've got any questions, I'll try and read through them as best I can. And we'll try and create a laugh out of it if you've got any cool sledging. And finally, if you are going to do a post up, don't forget to tag the @Prahran Market and also hashtag SayCheese2020. It's really important. We want to see some amazing stuff. And if you are, for some odd reason, making cheese toasties either at the same time, which is a bit ridiculous, but good on you, and or possibly afterwards, then be sure to use those @ and hashtags, because we want to hear from you and see your epic creations. And maybe, who knows, we might be able to get you in the contest next year. Ooh, exciting. All right, Jerry, it is all up to you. Off you go. Time starts now.
All right, so I'm making a hot dang rang dang. We all love a curry. We all make curries at the moment. And, you know, for me, there's nothing better than a curry left over from the night before and in a sandwich and then a toastie with all this beautiful cheese. So I laboriously, lovingly cooked this rendang yesterday for about 4 hours. And then, so what I've got here is white bread. No sourdough, no fancy focaccia, no fancy anything. Just straight up, proper tin loaf white bread. We all love it. We've all had it as kids. We all go back to it. We hush, hush. Like, I love it. Don't tell anybody. Right now, I love it. I hate sourdough. I'm really sorry if anybody. White loaf. So, I've got some, Anthony's been very amazing. I've got some beautiful goat's La Luna cheese, which I think would go wonderfully, the richness in that will go wonderfully with the rendang as well. A bit of pecorino, which is a tiny bit of sharpness, a little bit of mozza, just to try and get that stretch out into it. So it's really simple. I buttered my bread. Sorry, Anthony. I didn't know about the mayonnaise.
No, we butter.
So I've buttered my bread. What I've got is the La Luna on the bottom, the mozza on the top here. And then I'm just heated up my rendang. So I'm just going to put it on here. I don't have a toastie at home. So the rendang was made yesterday. We had it for dinner. Today it was perfect to put into here. So over like so.
Look at the shape of that bread, by the way.
Sorry. And then it's just really lightly buttered bread. And then just in here.
Nice trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baking
Nice
paper.
trick.
So
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah, baking paper stops the blacking, so it's perfect.
Yeah, really good. And who commented on the shape of the bread? Who was that? Simon. Well done. I love that. You need bread improver and super yeast. That's what it is.
And so just a little weight on it, because not everybody has a toaster at home or a toasty sort of, or Jack will make it at home, pan and a heavy weight. I've stolen this from Shannon Martinez's house.
Nice.
So at home, you don't have a Shannon Martinez, just a heavy pot or pan on top. I think Darren put a heavy pot on top.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And so
What was it? What was it? Was it a hubcap or a door knocker? What was it?
it's Josh's fish press.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that's gone through, wait, it's gone from Josh to Shannon to you. Is that correct? Or is this
So Josh Nyland's fish press, meant to be for fish, but Shannon and I use it to press our toasties. It's a perfect weight.
Perfect.
So someone's going to come over to your place now and steal it from you, and then it's going to go down the chef's line. Is that correct?
It's
Pass it forward.
Beauty.
Yeah, just pass it on.
Yeah. Jerry, quick question, mate. I just want to ask one, because for people that didn't actually hear it or if they didn't catch it, can you just explain why you wrapped it in paper, in baking paper, not regular paper, everyone, or toilet paper?
And Anthony told me this as well. It just helps it from stops it from sticking to the pan, and the paper helps it cook, and the press helps it cook more evenly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't get sticky bits all over the pan, but bits all over the can.
Yep.
Yeah, Anthony?
We use baking paper on every toastie at the shop to make sure that we don't absorb any carcinogens, as well as it doesn't blacken the butter. And the toast is always perfectly brown each time you grill.
Amazing.
And the carcinogens are always the thing I worry about when I eat one of your toasties.
Yeah, that's energy.
So I've just made a little raita here as well, which is just yogurt, cucumber, and coriander. And with that really rich cheese, that really spicy rendang I've made, really nice little dip through just to freshen the palate a little bit. Essentially what I've done is just taken it off a bowl of rice and put it into some cheesy goodness. So, let's have a look.
Genius. This is a genius. You know what? I've never done the old paper, and I think I'm into it completely. I mean, I'm not a fan of carcinogens, so that's the first tick. And also,
carcinogens.
I don't know if anyone else is, but it's not really my jam.
I love carcinogens.
They don't taste good.
Yeah. And the cheeses have been beautiful. From Anthony, the La Luna cheese, which is a goat's cheese, very mild goat cheese in the sense you don't get that really pungent, strong. I always say, and correct me if I'm wrong, that urinal sort of goaty smell.
Yeah.
And then the pecorino is beautiful, a little bit of sharpness in it. And all I do is I just shave it up like this, and we just sprinkle it all over the top of it. Now, and it doesn't take long to make, and that's the part.
I think this is where Toasties come into a massive play, is this element of it's always something from the fridge that you've taken out from the day before. Apparently everyone here seems to cook their things for 6 hours and then use it really quickly the next day. Great. I mean, that's just more flavor. Good on you, chef. But for me, it would be something a little bit more simple. However, it's everything from the fridge that you have. And not only that, it comes down to one main thing, and it's in the name, and it's the cheese. And that, I think, is the most important part. So whatever you have is your solid basis, which is your bolognese, your moussaka style, or your rendang, or your old school or New York style deli. You then have to think about the quality of cheese you're going to get. And Anthony, I think you're going to completely agree with you on this one. Knowing the fact that getting good cheese is the most important part about a cheese toastie. Can you not agree, or can you agree with me?
100%. Like, it's not just about the texture; it's about that flavor balance as well as the textural balance of what you're picking. So if you're going to be doing mozzarella is always a really thick, melting cheese. So minimal amount of that. So maybe 20% of that, and 80% of the rest of the others, so that the flavor comes through, because the mozzarella high fat percentage, it can block out so much flavor from whatever else that you add to your toastie. So if we ever use mozzarella, it's usually with the calabrese that we do with the spicy andouille, that really hot salami, because that flavor of the chili breaks through all of that spice. So the Comte that we use is always the base of all of our toasties, and a really good cheddar. And I'm glad Jerry used the holy goat, because goat's cheese, it always gets such a beating where it says just add it to salad. When you cook with goat's cheese, so yeah.
I mean, it was so good in this with all the spices and chili and chemicals coming out of it. So I've taken it off. It's nice and golden there.
Don't forget the beer.
Beer. So I sent beers out. So you spend it with all these spicy curries and stuff, are perfect. So see how it's just really nice and golden there?
Philip can't even see the screen at the moment, and now he's polished off that cocktail. He's looking off in the distance.
So just that beautiful cheesy goodness that's in there.
Oh, that is awesome.
And then all in this little beautiful bowl of raita. And guys.
Oh yeah!
Wow!
Guys,
yeah,
this is the one.
That is the one. That is
awesome. Really good.
Jerry from Phonom and Anam, you are a genius.
Well done.
Get all the cheese off my face now.
Never. Save it for later.
Connect it to your hair. Fine.
Might be soon.
Oh my gosh! Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the three of you. That was spectacular. Phil, I love how you're now a beer down after 2 cocktails. That is sensational. Hats off to you no matter what the result is. Raph, love your makeshift kitchen. If that's what it's going to be like forever, please leave it at that, because I reckon your next season of cooking it out there is just going to heighten people's love of what you do, because It is you're a world of knowledge and a world of excitement, and you teach people every single day about the brilliance of simple, old school classics made new and brilliant. And there's no bullshit, excuse my French, because what it is as good as it was, and you're just making people know how good it was then, and it will be good still today. And finally, of course, Jerry, I mean, we know your cooking is divine at the best of times. And that rendang toastie with that cheese, off the chain. I mean, I can taste it here. And I know for a fact, after spending spending a season with Gary, that man would be salivating off something like that for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, well done. Now, before we go on to talking to the judges about the scores, I do want to ask a couple of questions. One, Darren Purchase, we know you've released a cookbook about toasties. You're a man of knowledge of all things toasties. And you competed last year in this one, didn't you? Was it last year?
I did. I was very lucky enough to get the championship under my belt last year with my Ched Bundy, which was my effort. I did have a bit of help from all the awesome produce suppliers in the market, especially Anthony. So yeah, I entered last year, and I was also an author of Chef's Eat Toasties too, and it's probably my greatest work ever. I've been a pastry chef for 25, 30, I don't know how long, but and it's like, what was I doing? I should have just made toasties from the start, because that's probably my most popular work and what I'll be known for long after I'm gone.
Amazing. Now, Gary, tell me about this. Now, we know you love a toastie. Now, we have a question here, best cheese for a ham and cheese croissant. What would be your go-to? And then on top of that, apart from all these three toasties that came to you today, what is your ultimate thought on a toastie? Where are you at with those?
What was the first question on the croissant? Was it what cheese I'd use or what?
Best cheese. What do you think the best cheese? The question came through.
Well, I'm with Anthony. It's got, he knows my favorite. I buy like a couple of kilo of Comte or Gruyere every time I go. So which one is my favorite? The
Marcel Petit.
Michel. Yeah, just beautiful, and I've even, he will know this too. I actually made a couple of Comte, which I've just cracked. They've been 12 months in the fridge. They've been diligently looked after, and I was a bit disappointed. They're good, but they're not that good. So Comte's my pick, just because I love the nuttiness, also there's a bit of funkiness there the older it gets. So, and it's a great cheese, great all-rounder. You'd think it'd be cheddar being English, but no, Comte's the one. And what was the other question?
Well, I guess you kind of nearly answered it in so many ways because you talked about the Comte, but if you were to have your favorite day-to-day toastie, your suggestions for people at home, what would be yours and that people can access as well?
Well, I think you wrapped it up. I mean, it's a great leftover vehicle, isn't it? I mean, you look at like a bruschetta, the toastie is just a vehicle for any great flavor you can put in there. So, I mean, if you look in my fridge right now, there's plenty of leftovers, whether it's I've got a lamb and black pepper and curry leaf curry in there. And I'm just thinking, wow, that's going to make a good toastie later, and the bolognese toastie is a classic. So I think what the three contestants have done here, and obviously Raph has done everything kind of a la minute and given us plenty of entertainment, but that idea of low and slow, having dinner and then recycling, rethinking, your leftovers is, and it's genius and delicious.
I love it. And then finally, Anthony, I mean, I know you could probably have us here for hours about the world of cheese, and your cheese knowledge would outdo most of us all put together. However, give us a quick rundown on your favorite cheese toasties at your shop, or your personal favorite.
Yeah, I guess the ultimate toastie for me would be our fondue special that we do. It just means a lot to me in terms of the cheese we get to use, which is a Marcel Petit Comte, putting a little bit of Swiss Gruyere in there as well to give it a little bit of oomph to it. Gary's Meats ham, like we went through every ham available in the market in Victoria to be able to try to find something once cooked that still tastes like ham, and that was the only one we could. And then putting a little hint of Dijon mustard, a cheeky splash of white wine, and just that little sprinkle of salt. It just ticks every box. Like when you think about Maker Monger, it's about igniting your senses with cheese. And I reckon we do that with that toastie, with the crunch, the smell, the flavor, the lingering umami, it just everything in that one toastie. And then we have a little secret with that. We add sometimes a little bit of smoked jalapeno sauce from our mate Clinton at Tuck Shop Takeaway. We call that the Clinton after, of course, him. So if I've had a big night the night before, which hasn't happened that much here in stage 4, I usually put a little bit of that smoked jalapeno sauce on there.
Epic. Love it. Thank you. Right. We better hurry up now because we're running out of time and I've been talking too much. So let's talk scores. And we're going to go straight to Gary. Let's discuss all three. Give me the scores of all three contestants. I've
got to give total scores, have I?
Well, I think maybe, you can do all. I think maybe total scores will just be
because we're at 30, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's bloody close.
Do that.
Can I reveal, are we talking about what we loved and then scores, or are we just going scores?
Look, I think if you can sum up that quickly, then yes, absolutely. However, I have thought way too much myself.
If I told you I love you, Gary.
Bribery goes a long way, Phil. You know that. You know what? Across the board, all delicious. So if I'm just going to summarize it, I mean, I had to do a little bit of work this morning. I didn't realize we were going to get them packed up and we had to finish them off. I mean, what's going on? Do you not know who I am? I mean, anyway. But what I loved is there's all massive flavors and all ticking different boxes. Phil, I loved the idea of the moussaka in a toastie. And it's just that little touch of spice in there that I love, whether it's cinnamon or a little bit of clove, you can just pick it up. Yum. Raf, just the fact that you are entertainment 101 here, mate, I love it. And what did you say? Snack Food Network, choppy to cheese. Nobody's picking you up on that. That's fantastic. You shouldn't be making toasties. You should be on telly. And of course, that Randang toastie, that is the chubbiest toastie I've actually ever made. I think I don't know whether I should have done, but I reheated the whole amount of that Randang and I put it in the toastie and stuck it together. And I just went, yes. So anyway, so scores. Let's get straight to it. Jerry, out of 30, that's the close to perfect. So I'm just going to put that right out there. That was 29 for me. Are we doing it the right way, Simon? You happy?
As you want, mate. Just go for it.
That was a little bit like Anthony's toastie you just described there. That was a little bit, if you go to the front of his shop, you'll see people just leaned back with a cheese comatose look on their face. That's how I felt after the Randang toastie. Spice and cheese comatose. Second was Phil. I gave that 28. That was really close. I was juggling with that one. I loved it. I love the bread. I love the use of the cheeses. And I practiced saying kepa la gravera, and you didn't use it. It was halloumi. Anyway, I still said it wrong. And then Raf, as much as I loved it, I just found actually, and maybe it was just the way I put it together, that little bit of what you described as delicious kind of sopping almond chili oil, which as I say, I find it quite delicious, but I just found it a little too oily with the cheese and then the vegetables that you're sauteing as well. It was still bloody good. I'd still stop for it, but it just put it number 3 for me.
What was that score for Raf, please, Gary, one more time?
26.
26, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, mate. Appreciate the judging on that one. Darren.
Right, I'm up. I just want to say, first of all, that all 3 contestants were absolutely amazing, and they're all food heroes of mine in their own way. So I was really honoured to be able to judge this today, and congratulations to everyone because it was awesome. If anyone wants to check out my Instagram stories, it's not a plug. I filmed every single construction of Toasties today. So if anyone at home wants to have a look at my stories, you can see me actually sort of assembling them with Cass and taking photos at the same time and enjoying them. So really awesome. I'll start with the first one. Phil, when I got the bag, I was thinking, a moussaka toastie. I'm not quite sure, and I don't know why I thought that, but because once I tasted it, it was absolutely delicious. And if this was a moussaka competition, you would win this hands down. It's the best moussaka I've ever had in my entire life. I did get that hint of nutmeg, and I'm really pleased you did manage to remember to put the bechamel in mine because it absolutely made it. I toasted it, I think, to perfection. It had an awesome crust. I loved the bread that you chose.
Thanks.
So overall, fantastic. I won't break it down, but I gave Phil 28 out of 30.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Well done, man. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Moving on to Raf, I love his style. He's just full of energy, and I love his food. I love the old school element. I love Beatbox Kitchen. Been following him on Twitter for like forever. So Massive congratulations to Raf. He's an absolute legend. And I loved all of the little components because, as you know, I love cooking toasties. So I assembled the whole thing. I think I did it justice. I was bombing that cheese on top, and I was giving it a bit of a melt. I love the crunchy veg. I often have a raw onion and cheese sandwich. I do like a little bit of raw onion in there every now and again. I know it's naughty, but I do. So I get what he means with the capsicum. It was absolutely delicious. This stuff here, the almond chili, I'm glad he gave me loads of that because I'm going to be chucking on everything. So thank you very much. I proper loaded it up, and it was delicious. So for Raf, my total score was 29 out of 30. So wow. I was scoring high because it was just full of flavour, and I love the crunch. Moving on to Jerry, I love her. Her food is amazing. She's an absolute Melbourne legend. So always great to see you. And I haven't caught up with you for too long, so it's good to see you today. And I can't believe that in anyone's house there's going to be leftover rendang when it's that good, because it was absolutely sensational. Heated it up in the microwave. I love the old school bread. And I'll put it together, and I wasn't quite sure of the combo. And then all of a sudden I got the La Luna cheese, and I just really thought that worked. And I thought it was a masterstroke because it gave it a really distinct flavor, and it was absolutely amazing. I cooked it in the paper exactly as you said. Anything with yogurt sauce is a winner for me, especially that rendang that is obviously full of flavor, so rich. I just wanted to clean it off with that yogurt, and it was amazing. So for me, and with the name Creativity Sensory, I gave it 30 out of 30. Wow. So for me, congratulations, but we'll see how this goes with total scores. But all three amazing, and I thank you so much for letting me try them. And yeah, I'm proud to give my title up to any single one of these competitors today, because I think if they were all in it last year, I would have come maximum 4. Brilliant. Well done, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Darren. That is, oh my God, beautiful. Well done. Thank you for your wonderful scores. And then finally, of course, Anthony, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I share the same sentiment as Gary and Darren for all three toasties. Like, I'd be proud to put all three of those on our menu. And we may end up doing that. I'll have a chat with all three of you after this and maybe do like a weekend special one at a time. I'd be absolutely honoured to be able to do that. And I got the staff to judge with me. There was 7 of us today, so I just wanted a nice even kill. Everybody absolutely loved cooking Raf's toasty, just all the different elements and putting it together. And then the cheese bomb. We did the Salt Bay, but instead of doing the Salt Bay, we did the cheese bomb drop. And like Darren, I'm really impressed and happy that I got a large jar of that almond chili. That's absolutely amazing stuff. I put that on my lunch as well. So for Raf, I gave the score of 26 and a half. Like Gary, it just got a little bit too soggy on the bottom. We were flipping it quite consistently in the toasty, but I think I might have just put a little bit too much of that chili oil on there. So sorry about that. Phil, your flavors were fantastic and the originality was good, but the staff was super critical of your name. Being a cheese shop, came up with so many different plays on the name Moussaka, especially saying M-double-O, like a cow being Moussaka. So they gave you a score of 17 because of the name. It didn't. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't mean to be the bad guy here, and I'm going to leave stage.
Technicality.
No, they were. We got some really amazing cheese nerds working with us, and they were all like, they came up with 12 really cool names. So they want to help you out on that one. And then last and definitely not least, Jerry, like that was phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. I'm a little bit annoyed I didn't get enough of the beer when we had to pass that around, but that's fine. But yeah, all up, I gave you a 29 out of 30. Everybody at the shop was just so so impressed with the flavour combination of the holy goat and the rendag, and then dipping it into the yogurt and then just sipping it with the beer to finish. So I don't condone drinking on the job, but that was the exception.
Worth it too.
Anthony, it sounds like you're on a tight ship. Oh, look, here comes someone. Right, so let's just wrap this up now. I think everyone pretty much can understand if you can do any form of math at all, you'll understand the scores. But I will go through the final scores for everyone. And it's a sad one because Phil, you had it up there with close to winning there.
Yeah.
I think I missed the memo on the name, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's interesting. Maybe I should have just made it up and retyped it in there for you to give you a helping hand. But look, just because of that final score of the name, you've come in third there, 74 points out of 90. But you were seriously going to be tied, or if not first or second in that situation. So
don't hate
unlucky.
It's all right. He can't feel anything from the neck down from that cocktail. Doesn't know what's happening.
Right. Maybe you can do some working on the butcher's paper about the name when it comes to Anthony, your store, and putting it on there. So that's where you can do a little bit of a name change, and we can do a rescoring and see what happens. Raph, you came in beautifully second, mate, at 81.5 points out of a possible 90. That's a massive congratulations, mate. That was
well done.
Everything a la minute. That is unbelievable in a makeshift kitchen outside. You boss of a human being, and thank you for being so entertaining. Please, everyone, follow all of these people, but also especially if you like the way that guy presents, there's your chance and opportunity online. And finally, of course, we can't take it away from Jerry. Jerry, you absolute legend with a close to perfect score of 88 out of 90. I mean, yes.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
It's the beer.
Good job.
The beer. Mate, imagine what you'd be like after a beer and a cocktail. Then we're all ready to go. Thank you. Anything you want to say? I don't know why I'm asking, but usually people who win say things.
I think you should. It's good.
No, thank you so much. I mean, it was a team effort. My wife helped, my son helped. We all did stuff. Shannon helped with everything, It was fantastic. Thank you so much. I had so much fun.
Amazing. Raph, finishing words?
Just keep saturating your bread, my friends. Keep it greasy. Keep it greasy, choppy too cheesy, my man.
Jerry, sorry, Phil.
No, look, thanks. It's been awesome, guys. It's been really fun, actually. Giving a bit of happiness to the day. Got to work on some naming technicalities if we're doing this next year. Thanks, Anthony.
I mean, Greenwich is pretty good,
Mate, I know you can blush. I can see you, mate. No, all good. It's been awesome. Thanks, guys.
I think the staff were pretty cruel, to be honest, Phil.
I think so too.
They were.
Yeah. We'll go down. We'll line up on the other side of the counter, and we're just giving them the stare.
I got to come give you a hammering, mate.
I won't be walking down Swan Street anytime soon.
Can't make curfew.
When I order it, I'm going to order it by the original name. The original name too, just to stick it here, Gary, any last words?
No, it's really lovely, isn't it, that you can kill an hour on Zoom talking about toasties. Yeah. Food is a wonderful thing. And, particularly that rendang toastie, I was just trying to think of all these lovely things that it would go with, and when food does that for you, when you start taking it in your own direction, then everybody's done a fabulous job. So thanks very much to the three of you. And thanks for the calories. I'm going to go for walk around the garden.
Yeah. Can't go to the gym, can you?
I really just want to say thanks for letting me be involved in this. Real honour. And, you can just see the Melbourne food community is as strong as ever. And I know people are watching from outside of Victoria, but just particularly Victorians at the moment. You got to stay positive, stay strong, stay connected with each other and with food. And I'm sure we'll all get through this better people in the end, finally, when we get through it. But I'm just sending all my love to everyone out there.
Great stuff.
Thanks, brother.
I'm me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Actually, no, forget it.
Yep.
No, I just want to say thank you again for having me and being a judge again. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we took it too critical with the criteria.
Sorry.
I love how Anthony actually blamed all his staff first. The first thing he did was blame his staff. Yeah, he did.
I'm being honest. No, but in all seriousness, just seeing everybody coming into the market, doing home deliveries, seeing the smiles we're putting on everybody's faces with cheese has been really humbling. And this hour, I know everyone would have been really enjoying it at home and looking forward to making their own toastie. And we haven't mentioned the jaffle. Like the jaffle is the perfect leftovers cuisine. Like the white bread is the only bread that goes in a jaffle. You can't use sourdough in that at all. So
I agree.
And I'm very honest when I say that I want to put all three on the menu at some stage. So I'm going to get in contact with all of you, including a big bunch of flowers for you, Phil.
Guys, look, a massive thank you. And look, I will just finally say, if you're going to put a post up of any toasties that you're going to make from what you've seen today or any you've got from the leftovers in the fridge, please tag at Prahran Markets and, of course, hashtag Say Cheese 2020. And finally, don't forget, if you want to put an order or jump online and put an order through with either Anthony's store or anywhere within the Prahran Markets, Food Lovers Direct is where you want to go to. So please jump on there and put your order through. Support local, buy local, keep it local, look local, dress local. And like Gary's going to do, walk locally in your backyard. That's as good as it's going to be. So from everyone in the cheese world to the cheese lovers out there, thank you so much for tuning in to the most amazing third annual Grilled Cheese Invitational. And we all really appreciate you coming and checking it out. And I don't doubt that it will be live next year in the space it's meant to be in. So do come along to that. Tell your friends, tell all, and then we can hopefully hug it out there and have a big cry about what happened the year before. But thank you all. That's from all of us. That's it for today. Goodbye.
Thank you,
guys.
See you later.
Thank you.
Well done, you three. Good job.
Thanks, guys.